Hello everybody, so we're live again, and tonight we're actually hanging out in Discord. I got Carlos here, but we're in the general voice chat, so if anybody wants to come and hang out and just chill and talk with us tonight, we're here to hang out. So, what? Dude, yeah. Did I get my hair cut? You don't know? Can't ask now? Huh? You don't know, man. I ain't telling. Why you gotta ruin it, man? Okay, enough with the haircut. So tonight we're doing the Define S Part 2 loop. I guess I don't know if it's really technically a Define S Part 2 loop because I finished the loop yesterday, and it's now just running. You can hear it right now. It's kind of loud because I just got some distilled running through it. The last flush of the Blitz Part 2. I've been working on cleaning it all day, so it should be all set to go. What's up, 47 Knucklehead? How's it going, man? Ooh, we even got so that's actually the next part of the stream tonight is we're gonna be putting in the silver Cryo Chillz coolant, which is right here. Gotta shake it up good. But so we're gonna put this stuff in there, and actually this isn't gonna fill it. I should have got 2 bottles, but it'll be good enough. And we have Mr. Cryo Chillz rep himself, Daniel, in Discord chat with us right now, and I'm sure he'll be hanging out on this in the stream chat too. What's up, Johnny? How's it going? I'm not doing too bad myself. Oh, what's up, Will? Finally, man, you made it. Thanks for stopping by. I think Jason's gonna join in soon. If you want to come and hang out and voice, Daniel, I don't know if you're up for it, but feel free, dude, because this is your coolant. So, like I told you earlier, I don't really want to say anything wrong about it. I could show you guys the pictures of the results of the first test loop and whatnot, and talk a little bit about what all went on with that. However, this is going to be a new test, so we'll see what happens with this. But I talked with Daniel quite a bit last night about it, actually, and the first test, in my opinion, wasn't bad at all. I think I mentioned that in the last stream. You should... Oh, okay. Jason saying to join. So should he. What's up, Quad Capable? How's it going, man? What's the Discord channel address? 1 second, sir. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. I shall send an invite. What? I should have just like a little pin for this, but I'll post it in all the streams. Actually, just YouTube and Twitch. It won't post to Facebook. Sorry, guys. It's on Facebook, though, somewhere. Jason posts it all the time. But, I don't know. I was going to show you guys, like I said, we got the distilled running through there. So we got to drain that out. I think some people might like to see it drained. This custom resin here is actually pretty nice for draining the loop. It should work pretty good. I was going to ask Daniel, actually. That's a question I should ask him right here. Is about draining it. It does say on the bottle, you know, you want to drain your loop as much as you possibly can. And this actually, like I said, this drain works pretty good. So it drains almost all the loop as much as you can. But I do believe a little bit stays in the rad, and there's always a little bit in the block. So I know that the first test run I did had a little bit of distilled in it too, but I really didn't think a little bit would be too bad. But Daniel will be the guy to say whether or not we should sit here and shake this case a whole bunch tonight or not. So I'll just wait for him to tell me. We can switch the camera and I can show you guys what we got going on here. Yeah, buddy. What's up, man? He can hear me on stream, so I don't have to type welcome in chat. Nice. I think you can ask him that yourself. What's up, Willie V? How's it going, man? So we're actually just starting, so perfect timing. You're right on time, dude. Oh, let's see here. Like I said, we got distilled in here, so we got to get this out. So we'll shut this guy off. It should be good and clean. I ran Blitz for quite a while, and then, like I said, I've just been flushing it as per the directions. What?
Is that just distilled in there?
Yes, just distilled. It's flushing out the Mayhem's Blitz, but there shouldn't be any left anyways at this point. So if you guys can see kind of from the top camera right here, the drain is, oh, it's not very bright. Well, whatever. You can kind of make it out. If I switch it real quick, maybe. Not really, it doesn't help. Brightness is off. My bad, guys. But, so the drain's right here, and it's actually really convenient. Oh, nice, the fan controller. Or the fan hub. Okay. So the valve's right there, and it's literally at the very bottom of the reservoir, which is like at the very bottom of the loop. So it does actually drain quite a bit. As you'll see here, it'll actually start emptying out of everything. And it gets stuck in the block a little bit, and the pump takes time to let it flow back into the res. But it does surprisingly well. It wasn't too bad. I actually put in I posted on Facebook, but I put in the fill port because I kind of forgot a fill port initially in the design. But I put that in over the weekend, so now it has a nice fill port in the top. Although I should have added 2 in the top, so you can have one open while you're filling, because it likes to burp a lot, and then it kind of it was throwing distilled water everywhere before. But we'll just have to go slow with the coolant so we don't waste it all. So I'll tip this a little bit. It helps get out the last little bit. What about my hat? No, it's a beanie, you idiot. You can't. So we'll do a little bit of case aerobics here. See if we can get a little more out. I don't know, Daniel hasn't quite replied yet. Maybe he didn't hear me. Dude, what's up, Rod? Rod's in here. Thanks for the compliments on the res, man. I think it's really going to look cool with this coolant in it. So I'm excited for that. It should work really well. I should have actually designed it with, I should just put a fitting in there and then just a little bit of a tube. Because this thing is really loud if it's not full. And if there's air in it, it's just super loud. You guys could kind of hear it before. So that was kind of a design flaw. Although with this coolant, I think it'll kind of be a feature. So I don't know. Sometimes I'm smart. Sometimes I just, wing it and end up looking smart. I never know. So I don't know. Daniel, are you in the chat, dude?
He's in
Why can't he? Oh, this guy. I'm trying to talk at him. Let's see. We'll ask him in Discord since that's what it's here for. 1 second, Joe. We'll see what he says about getting all this out. We'll keep doing case aerobics until he replies. Because it does say to get as much out as you can, because I mean it'll kind of thin it out, essentially, I would have to assume. And that's probably not the greatest for it. This coolant was designed to be just like this, so you really don't want to change it. He did tell me though today that you can mix colors. That's about all you can do with this stuff at the moment. He's got some more coolant coming along that he was telling me about, and it should be pretty cool stuff. Even some different coolants you can dye with other brands, dyes and everything. So definitely a lot more to be seen from UFO Technologies. This is just the beginning, I think. So we'll be carrying all those coolants as far as I know. So I guess said you don't want it in the fluid if you avoid it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I mean, to be honest, unless I were totally, we could. This power plug's really annoying though, so I really don't want to mess with it too much. But yeah, I don't know. Apart from actually taking out all the tubes and everything, I think it's pretty freaking empty as far as I know. I mean, we could try cycling the pump, but there's really only air in there, so it's probably just not a good idea anyways. So, I don't know. Is he watching at all? He might be. If he was watching, he would be like, oh, there's about that much left, and then he would say yay or nay. Although, screw it, let's see what happens. Okay, well, Daniel just says screw it, let's see what happens. You know what? That's the kind of thinking that I can get behind. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a little more realistic. A lot of people are usually pretty lazy with cleaning their loops, as far as I know. I mean, not everybody, but there's quite a few people that don't want to jump through all the hoops of actually flushing it out properly and doing it all. But it's usually not too bad. You just got to take the time to do it. I want to make sure this stuff's mixed up. It was sitting for a while, so there's a little bit stuck on the bottom, I think.
Let's do it.
Screw it, let's do it. Yeah, I almost got it all out. Looks good. So, should be ready to go. And actually, I think I mentioned, this isn't going to fill this up. That was an oversight. This res is a little big.
A little?
Well, like, it doesn't look that big. It's just a square, man. Go for it, Gary says. So, everybody's saying just do it. So we're just going to do it. We're going to start filling it, but this is going to be slow because, like I said, there's no other way to let the air out besides through this same tube. So this honestly is going to take some time. I'm going to go real slow. Oh, actually, that was almost bad.
This is a great angle you gave us.
What's a great angle? I almost left the drain open. We're going to start dumping our expensive cryo chills just right in the drain bucket. No big deal. Well, it just would have went into the bucket. It's just a terrible place for cryo chillz coolant, I think. So I don't know. I don't see how it's doing over there, guys, because I'm trying to focus on that. Oop, there it goes. It burps a little bit. How's it look so far? Ooh.
It looks actually really cool.
Yeah, like I said, I think this reservoir is going to make this stuff look pretty neat. With the way it flows through it, it kind of just like shoots the water. There's a liquid at the back wall, and it kind of really makes it kind of waterfall or whatever. I don't know. What's up, Jason? How's it going, man?
You can see the distill that's coming out of your CPU block.
Yeah, like I said, there's always a little bit in the CPU block. That's like hardly anything though. The only bit I'd be worried about is however much is left in the rad. Although I think it drains a lot of the rad. So because the drain is way lower than the bottom of the rad is, just because it's only a 280, and I have it mounted up pretty high, so that kind of helps. However, lots of people have rads, especially me, that go all the way to the bottom of your system, so draining a more practical loop, or a realistic loop, is usually a little more challenging than this one was. Dude, Daniel's in here. What's up, man? Yeah, he's scared, I think. We scared him. It was probably Carlos.
He said, hold on.
Yeah, you scared him, Carlos. He's got to go regain his composure now.
Everybody knows I scare everybody.
Of course, that's why we don't have any members anymore.
This is also very true.
No, just kidding. Actually, we're already over like 650. We might be like getting even further than that. Yeah, dude. People have been enjoying the That's right. That reminds me. I gotta reapply for the Discord partnership thing, Majigger.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to post that stupid link. You forgot to taste test? Oh, my bad, man. Should I go get the vodka and make a little drink tonight, or what? Then we don't have to yell at the Logitech webcam for not focusing. I have problems focusing even when sober, so I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Jesus.
So this is like the most interesting part of the stream, guys, so live this part up. Like, filling the loop is definitely going to be the most interesting. Yes, sir. No, T1000 liquid metal, get it right, bro. The name changed. I didn't even notice until I looked back on the product page when someone asked what I was going to use. Hello again. Oh. You scared his Discord, Carlos. Good job. Scared it so bad it broke. No. Really? I've never had to do that before. Just like mess with your playback and recording settings, even within like Windows. Just make sure the defaults are set correctly, and then go back and look in your Discord settings and make sure those are set right. But that's the whole bottle, boys. So it actually didn't do bad. We're gonna lose a little bit of coolant once it actually fills up the loop.
Matt, you better than me. I'm probably gonna need at least $100 worth of coolant.
Oh, 4 bottles, yeah, for your loop. Yeah, I definitely. This thing would take at least a good bottle and a half. Almost a bottle. Okay, well, you guys ready? Like, this is the big, like, who's got the drum roll and everything? Here we go. So as you can see, there's a tad bit of distilled still in there. Hopefully it's not too bad. What's the soft tubing? There's no soft tubing in here. You and your UV, man. You're always into the UV. What's up? What's wrong? I think if it was more full, like if you actually look at it, I'll show you guys up close. And I was gonna put the back panel on so we don't get all this nasty like light bleed, or maybe that isn't too bad. Well, and actually, I should turn off the Cape Mod LEDs. They really make it bright. Like the webcams are not good at actually. Yeah. So we got that. And then let me get this back panel on it, and it should help. Yeah. Oh, and also I'll put the port cover on the fill port. I can unscrew this dang thing, and it actually helps it quiet down a little bit. But yeah, it does. I think if I had a little more in there, you'd see it more, just because you have more area. Good evening, TCG Meta. What's up, man? This guy won 2 bottles of Cryo Chillz last stream. We just put in his order. He's getting some burnt orange, so hopefully he'll post pictures. Dude, what's up, Andrew? Oh shoot, I have to turn him down. I'm sorry. Oh man, that's so echoey. I bet for everybody. And 0 viewers. So I think actually putting on the back panel is the hardest part of this whole stream. Okay. Yeah, that's what we said. I said it in general chat. Maybe that wasn't a good enough warning. Oh well, now you're live. Oh yeah, with the white background there as it is pretty light. Which does actually, that's what I was looking forward to seeing is how this looked, because whatever I get for my system, I want it to be pretty gray, or it's got to be monochromatic just to go with my theme. What? I don't think it'll work with this stuff, but Daniel was telling me that you can, the new stuff that he's making, I think you said the white.
Oh, yeah.
He said you can dye that with Primo Chill dyes. Not Mayhems though, they're different, there's different stuff in them, so you gotta be careful. I'm pretty sure he'll fill in everybody. on what exactly you can do with the next stuff that comes out, but that's what he was telling me today, at least. Yeah, why aren't you using your headset, damn it?
Because it's on my TV. Damn it! Oh, rip.
I should adjust mine. I think mine's off. Mine's been like, my sound settings haven't been right for a while. Yeah, that's definitely mine, because this thing's gonna be loud until it, like, all gets bled out.
Just get a Band-Aid.
What's up, Band-Aid man? Oh boy, that's too much. I think, oh shoot. Can it, in Discord, does it like cut me off when I talk? Well, the water's inevitable until the bubbles go away, so I'm sorry. If I turn off the loop, the people will be upset. Yeah. What, are you watching the stream right now? Well, then you can see it, I think. Here, should I give people a close-up? Here's the close-up shot. The goddamn tripod's annoying. Please, no. It was to avoid all the haircut questions tonight. I know. So I figured if I wore a hat, we could avoid like wasting half the stream on my hair. Yeah, I was adjusting my settings in Discord because I'm not using headphones, so like people in Discord will get pissed because they can hear all the shit in my room. So sorry. Yeah, there he is. What's up, Daniel? Dude, yeah, Discord, it like changes its settings on its own sometimes. It's really annoying. Of course it does. What do you mean an overlay? I have 2 giant monitors. Does Discord let you do that? Here. Or wait, do I have to do... Yeah, I would set that up in Discord? Let's see. A bunch of... Okay, we'll look at it later then. Yeah, I guess we could do that then. Yeah, that would actually help people, I suppose, because then they'll see that Carlos or... Because usually Carlos and Jason are in here. So... But Daniel... Oh boy. Yeah, so yeah, Daniel's the guy who made this stuff. I'm just kind of testing it for him. I was gonna garden. Oh, it doesn't come from like a coolant cow? You don't have to go milk it or something? No coolant cows? Yeah, like, well, let's see. We have a total of 15 colors now. How many total colors of Cryo Chillz do you have coming? Oh dang! Here. Oh. It sounds awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I could share a picture of that. I was also. Would you want me to share the picture of what I pulled out of my test loop and stuff? All of it broken out, like I showed you.
I didn't have any clogging in my block. I can share pictures of that through the Discord.
Yeah, that one. Like I talked to Daniel about it. I was pretty positive I cleaned the block. However, anything like even after flushing it, I guess because I flushed it all together, and after I flushed it, I never actually looked at the block again. So it could have easily just been anything, like literally anything. Yeah, it's something else. It's just yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is that they were some were new tubing, some was old tubing, so it could have been anything like that. I'm trying to find the picture. Yeah, I don't even really. Yep.
But it wasn't like it was affecting the color or anything. Like it was still glowing and everything like that. It looked the way it was. Like it was staying on. So I don't know. I think the Mayhem's tubing actually held up pretty good.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was even kind of mentioning. I don't think a lot of people take cleaning their loops as seriously as they should, just because it is a pain in the ass. Most systems are a pain in the ass. Unless you have like an open test bench with like a nice drain on it and stuff, it's going to be a pain. So
That's totally evidenced by all people create noisy flush of whatever the fuck they have and put view in, and they're like,
yep. Mm-hmm.
CG Meta wanted to ask you, can he flush his free rads in tap water and vinegar, or should I just use distilled water to flush? I usually use a blitz work.
Yeah, what I always do is I start my radiator flush by just leaving it under a tap for like a half hour to an hour.
Twitch can't hear us very well, and if you want, you can switch over from her block window and share the picture of my block system here in the Discord.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right. I have this up. Twitch can't hear us very well. The others are faint in the bathroom. It's not like you're talking. Oh, let's see.
I think a lot of it is the difficulty in prep work for PE can be very difficult for some people, especially when you don't want to go through the trouble.
person that wants to just throw it in and never touch their system again, you know, or just, you know, drain their shit out, throw the water in, flush it out, and that kind of stuff. You're gonna find some issues, even with the best cleanings. There's gonna be some issues because this stuff is not, you know, I mean,
It's a professional clean. It's like for
and
somebody
it's
who's very experienced.
you know, which is actually why I wanted to do a pastel line too, because I actually had a company, an industrial pigment company, make me a liquid white pigment for water, you know, and it's bullshit. It's just water, but basically this stuff does not have anything that can break down. It's not going to break down and separate. It's not going to provide like a
No real
chemical
difference.
barrier that it is a straight liquid. It's a liquid pigment, and it's distilled water. It'll take that distilled water, solvents, and then I just add it in my coolants, and I've been playing with it for the last few weeks, and like I've even heated this shit up on my stoves to see if I could get it to separate, and you know, all kinds of stuff, and the stuff is fucking amazing. So
I will really say that my change of the fluid was very easy. The only reason I changed is because of the aesthetics, because it wasn't doing what I wanted to do.
and that's what people need it to do. You know, you want something to look the way you want it to look, and that's completely understandable. And I mean, there's been fluids I've put in my computer of my own that I have literally mixed and looked at it and say, "Oh, this is going to be tits."
Man, I hear
Put
it.
it in there, and it just isn't what.
What do you hear?
It's not what I wanted.
I hear everything fine on YouTube.
You hear it fine on YouTube, but not on Twitch? I'm trying to sort it out while everyone else is talking right now,
I
but
don't even see you on YouTube.
you don't see me? I'm there. I just put my headphones on, so I probably look goofy now, but
I need to refresh.
I'm trying.
Yep, live now. There we go.
Stony Man seems to think that I lost some nickel plating. I don't have any issues. I did not have any issues with nickel plating in the block. Like it, that was right after I took it apart. I hadn't even wiped it down yet.
Yeah, this stuff doesn't mess with nickel plating or any of the. I've even taken seals and shit, like, you know, that come in the fittings, and literally I've got a bottle of stuff here with my base coolant in it that's been sitting here for like 9 months, and like the seals are still absolutely perfect.
Right. I
Like,
think what
leave
he's
this stuff
thinking.
going in.
I think what Stony Man in Discord is thinking is that, well, see, I didn't even dry it or nothing when I took that shot. The liquid in between the fins is still in there from where I just took the block apart after draining it. I seriously dried that thing down, wiped it all down, and could not see anything wrong with my block.
Yeah, you will see, like, if you drain it out, you're going to see some liquid with some of the effect in it, and it's probably going to be extremely concentrated because you drained out all the water, and then you've got, you know, some effect laying around.
It's fixed, Matt.
It will settle on some things that don't have flow to it, or, you know, just areas where water isn't moving, which is why I tell people, like, top down deals with your reservoirs are great, because, you know, the force of the water going down against the one place it can settle helps it stay moving no matter what, even picking it back up when you restart your system. And I have a horrible setup for this stuff.
That was actually my biggest. Like, you guys can see this picture here on Facebook right now. Like, it's staying the tube, but that's soft tubing, and I really could care less if anything ever stained soft tubing. You're gonna get that with soft tubing. You can see a little bit of residue on the pump O-ring, but Daniel was telling me that that's really not any big concern at all.
It will not hurt anything. And one of the reasons why I use propylene glycol is because propylene glycol is actually not just a heat transfer medium.
Well, they use it in vapes, man. Like, that's what you smoke in a vape.
There's different types.
Yeah.
There's food grade. There's tech grade. I use tech industrial grade. And, you know, the difference is really, like, which one is going to be worse for you if you ingest it or smoke it or whatever it is.
Yeah. I don't know. People do what they want with it. I don't care.
But the reason why I use propylene glycol, one, it's a great suspender for this
Yeah.
This effect, but it also does really good for pump bearings. It's really good for
Oh,
internals.
makes
It's good
sense.
for metals. It's good for O-rings and seals.
Yeah. So it's just a little bit of stuff or whatever. It really doesn't matter.
It will not hurt anything. It's not going to hurt the O-ring. You just wipe. I mean,
Yeah.
literally a little bit.
I wiped it off. Like it wasn't. I just used like a paper towel. It comes right off. Like it's not. It's not stuck.
Just drip a little water on it. It'll
be
absolutely fine.
But I guess I showed you this picture too, but this was my biggest thing because you were just talking about the tube that drops down. And I feel like this white that you see that's built up on the reservoir there is because of that tube, because that tube is creating that part of the reservoir as the lowest flow area. And yeah, because like everywhere else, it didn't stick at all to the bottom of it. Maybe a little bit in the threads. Yeah, you can, and I was like, I almost wanted to like remove it and like cut it down half the size, almost. Like, I wondered if that would help.
By like the top down is just having the flow from the very top of the whatever it might be, whether it's a pump res or a res, having it going from the top down because there's nothing on the top if you're going up that it's going to settle on. But that.
Well, that's why I'm thinking this new setup might work pretty well with the whole custom res even.
I mean, my reservoir didn't have that problem.
That build up there, but I'm also gonna think too is I need to do some playing around with Mayhem's Blitz. I've never actually used it myself before for anything. I've never needed to, but what I want to do is I want to play around with that stuff because I'm wondering if there's something about it that's etching the plastics or
that could be
removing smooth finishes that are done to these plastics. See, I have a glass reservoir.
Ooh, I bet that never gets. Yeah, that's right. Those are glass.
Dude, I just cleaned it for the first time in 3 fucking years, and like when I took it apart, there's nothing to clean. It's like spotless. So
maybe that's what happened to my tubing, Daniel.
But that's the thing that I'm wondering. You got to remember, anything that's abrasive and all acids of any type are abrasive. All cleaners are abrasive. So when you're talking about plastics, acrylics, rubbers. And here's the thing about rubber, like that's another reason why I use the glycol, because rubber will catch anything that's a particulate or anything with any kind of like ridge to it. It can actually catch stuff. So one of the reasons why I use it too is it's an excellent lubricant for this fluid. But Go ahead.
What I was going to say is the chemical in Blitz Part 2, which is all I ran in my loop. I didn't even blitz the radiator and stuff after my last fluid, is alky. I can't pronounce it very well.
Not alkaline. Or alkalide.
There, that's what it is.
Did you just put that in Discord? Because I'm like swapping.
Yeah, it's in Discord general chat.
Is this silver supposed to be UV at all?
Silver,
Should we try it?
The only UV effect I can get with silver is blue because I can't use any of the other.
Well, this is how it's turning out in this thing. I don't know. I can't tell if that's UV or not.
It's blue. Moment that's clear that will not pigment anything is the blue. So does it glow blue? Because I keep that swap. Yeah. So it should glow pretty fucking good too. And
it actually isn't bad. It's different.
The silver should take on colors from RGB, I believe.
Yeah, so here, then let's try this. So we'll turn off the UV. Well, I wonder if Matt's watching. We gotta thank Matt for the cable mod stuff.
Matt, which one? Matt
Augsburger. Cable mod, Matt.
I don't see him in anywhere unless he's in Facebook. No.
Ooh, actually, that's gonna...
Yeah, see, that's the nice thing about the silver is it really can take on the colors of RGBs.
That's really cool.
And it does fairly well with it.
The camera keeps refocusing every time the color changes.
That really looks good.
Okay, I guess the camera did start drinking again, guys. I'm sorry.
The white is a thing. It's going to be out within the next week and a half.
Oh yeah, here, should I show them a picture of that?
Here, let me throw you guys.
Ooh, Slauson. It's okay, man. We can all start drinking soon enough.
Little taste of the white here.
Yeah, how about we'll just leave it in Discord that I don't have to keep switching. But and that'll make people join Discord. You guys should already be here anyways if you're watching the stream. Everyone is coming to hang out tonight. This is a little fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I kind of, yeah, because I mean, I figured tonight would be a pretty chill stream, so, because I mean, all I had to do was fill the thing. So I did just want to talk about the coolant stuff and my experiences so far. I'm pretty pumped to see what happens with this loop, because I think it shouldn't, I think with the PETG, one, it's not going to stain. And two, after I talked to you about it and stuff, that white stuff really doesn't worry me. And like we already said, I'm pretty positive the stuff that was in my block, I'm not even going to show people pictures of that because that'll just start horror stories.
You can if you want, because
No, it's not worth it. I don't think it was anything that had to do with your coolant. I totally cleaned the block. It's 100% clean now. So I'll check it again in like a week or two and see if anything's happened, but I doubt I'll see anything near what happened.
Yeah, you got all hard line in that, right?
Yeah.
I know it won't stain the PETG. It didn't stain mine.
Yeah.
Same tubing.
It won't stain, and it won't leave any kind of like residue. Like, you know, you guys are getting the catch like on the rubber and on that acrylic. The PETG, for some reason, I've never seen anybody with anything stuck to a PETG tube, and neither have I.
Except for me.
So
I don't know why mine did it though.
I want to say, man, I want to say that it's abrasive thing that comes from
Has to be.
cleaners, and that, you know, this stuff is so fine, so light, so easily, you know, attachable to something that has a
Any kind of, yeah.
God, that looks good.
Or porous surface, yeah.
All right. Here,
When
guys,
I replace my
here's
tube,
literally
I'll let you know, and I'll send you a
Yes.
piece.
Yeah, when you change to something else, I just want a piece because I just want to examine it. Like, I'm a freak like that. So,
Well, I'll straight up send you one of these tubes. I don't care.
you know, I
ain't gonna need 'em.
will spend 12 hours looking at one friggin' thing, like, and there's really nothing to even look at. I just, you know.
Well, I mean,
it's
and
just how I
that's part of what we talked about last night too. Is that there's a lot of brands out there that will make something and then just like, you know, release it and be like, well, have fun with it. But
Yeah.
Daniel's in here right now with us talking to us, and PPC's is pretty much. I guess I don't know what kind of deal you have going with Hank. I never talked to him about it, but as far as I know, we're going to be carrying your coolant for a while. So, and I was just going to say that Daniel's hanging out with us a lot. So if you guys ever pick up his coolant or are thinking about picking up his coolant, you can always talk to me, or like I said, Daniel's here too, and he's actually the person to ask. I don't know crap, guys. Sorry.
You can let the potato know.
Yeah.
Acrylic isn't either, you know, and
Yeah, acrylic tube.
especially tubing.
No, I only asked that because like I plan on using this coolant, and I'm going with the tubing that I'm getting is acrylic.
I have many people with acrylic lines, even all the weird, like the newer, like the frosted stuff. I got people
that's
using
what
all
I-
different kinds of things, and you know, like I said, with the exception of the one system there, I haven't seen this stuff stick to anything or stain anything. You know, like even I have soft tubing on all my fluid gaming kits that I use as test systems, and like even this stuff isn't even taking on any colors, and like that's baffling the shit out of me because I've had 6 different sets of soft tubing in my system.
Oh yeah, and that was.
It takes a little bit of the color, but
I'm
not,
pretty sure that the tubing that I used was both Primo Chill, Primo Flex, and Mayhem's DuraClear. Or is it DuraClear? No, it's EK. Ultra Clear. Whatever. Okay. So Mayhem's and Primo Chills. Yeah. And both of them stained just as bad. Like I tried to even like rub my finger in there and like get it off, but it was totally stained.
it's literally leached in.
Yeah, I just threw the tubing away. I don't care. I never use soft tube for anything.
I don't even know if you could really trust any, like, even if you found one company that doesn't seem to stain, I don't really think you could even trust that, because every time something's manufactured as a different lot or a different batch, there's always that, you know.
Yeah, there's always a chance that it changed a little bit, and there you go.
Right.
Even with PETG, though, that can happen, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with this too. This is TT PETG, so.
That's what I had, and I don't know what happened with my PETG. I don't know whether it was just the abrasive from the cleaner that ran through it or what.
That's what I'm thinking, because, you know, and there are a lot of people or not who don't even follow, like, regular instructions, like flush out your system for, you know, a couple hours with some distilled or, you know, hand clean.
Or not, like,
put stuff in there and they're not
what scares me the most is the people who don't flush their rads first.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's just like, I mean, At the very least, guys, if you're putting together your first loop, you have all new parts. At the very least, take the time to flush the radiators, no matter what brand they
I
are.
had my first radiator, and I've never done it
Oh,
since.
okay. Yeah, here's a question for Daniel. I think he says, Daniel, I am getting the burnt orange. I was telling Matt I'm going for a fiery forge type look. If I decided I wanted to add some yellow to change the color, what are my options? Oh yeah, that's who I asked about earlier.
Okay, so you can't.
Red or yellow, he said.
You can't add anything to these coolants that is outside what I produce. If you need a custom color, then you order directly from me.
Yeah, I mentioned to him that you'd make him something if you really wanted something specific.
I do specific colors for people. See, the thing is when you're doing custom colors and you're trying to make these nifty, you know, matchable colors to something in your rig or something that you envision, trying to produce that on a large scale is not so simple because this stuff has to be handmade. It can't be made any other way. And when you're talking about trying to mix, you know, large batches, you end up using tons and tons and tons of dye before you get it exactly where you want it. And you know, you can't like write down a formulation for it. Like I could use 10 drops of this and 5 drops of that and have a certain color, and then if I try to do that again, it's not going to be the same. And it's not really anything to do with me or how I mix. It's the inefficiency of dyes, because believe it or not, dyes are completely inefficient. You could have one bottle of dye sitting next to another one that came out of the same batch, and they may not dye the same.
Well, I even found that a little bit with the Mayhem stuff, like certain colors especially, like, or actually no, what I found when I was making my gray, Mick told me use red and green to make gray in pastel white. And like you would add like one drop of red, and then you'd have to add like 30 of green almost, it seemed like. The ratio of red to green to make the gray that I wanted, like he was telling me, he even showed me the video where he has on YouTube of him making gray. He said like a ratio of like 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. I was doing like 1 to 20 or 1 to 30. I was like, this is crazy, because no matter what, if I had one drop of red, it would turn it like there'd always be a red tint to it, and I just didn't want that.
I would say this. I mean, if you're trying to go with certain colors and you're trying to make it yourself, we all know how colors work. We learned it in 1st and 2nd grade. Always go with the simplest idea. So if you need a gray, you use black and a white.
Well, see, that's what I did at first, actually, and that was my best before, because now recently Mick made a dark and a light pastel gray. I'm using the dark stuff. It's not quite dark in my opinion, so I've been thinking about adding some green dye. But nonetheless, when I first started, before I even ever talked to him, when I first started liquid cooling, I took his pastel white and his pastel black, and I mixed it, and that actually wasn't too bad. That actually was a pretty decent gray. I just decided to.
Mixes, right?
Like, yeah, I actually know. I used concentrates the first time around, but now.
I mean, they're, I didn't mean pre-mix, but they are concentrated.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't dye. Yeah, it wasn't dye and distilled.
There's one of the issues you can run into too, is like those can be very hard to mix and get the color you're looking for, which is why I try to only, I only use straight dyes. But
yeah, because those, I could have even just made a terrible mistake just purely for the fact that I probably wasn't getting the right ratio of concentrate to distilled water, because I had two different, I had two different concentrates.
You're limited too, because you know you can only put a liter of water per concentrate. So, you know, if you
want it thinner or lighter or whatever you want to say.
If you put too much water or not enough, and then you try to dye it, you know, that's where you can run into some issues, not getting the color outcomes. But you know, if any of you guys ever need custom colors, all you have to do is direct message me. Get a message.
I want a super bright orange or super bright blue.
Yeah, you guys can. I'm always on Discord and stuff, and people know my email. Otherwise, you can hit me up on Facebook, and I can always get in touch with Daniel if you want. But otherwise, you can find him. It seems like in the same places, anyways. So.
I'd like it if Hank would offer, you know, custom color like
requests. I could talk to. Do you want me to talk to? I don't even.
Extra, and he just sends me. You know, you guys just send me orders for what colors you need, and I get them done.
I'll talk to Garrett about that. Hank's at CS right now, but I could mention that to Garrett, because it'd be mostly on him to make the item on the website. I think. Right. I think if you're down with it, Hank probably really doesn't care.
Quite a few times about
okay.
For a custom color.
Well, I mean, if you're just going directly to me, it's $24.95 and then the shipping. But like, if you're gonna go through like, performance, then I would say it'd probably have to be a little bit more because
Then you gotta ship it to us. Is probably what you do.
A larger amount of money per bottle.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're taking your own time to do it. I mean, you're getting paid, or you're getting X amount of dollars for what you already make. Why would you charge the same amount for something that takes more work?
Right. I mean, if I do it directly, I don't mind doing it for the same price because I'm not,
yeah, I guess
full price for the bottle. So like,
yeah,
because,
yeah, like I said, you get
a certain price.
Yeah, you're getting X amount of money for it. So.
But I mean, it's something that'd be good, especially for a lot of guys that build for shows and build.
Oh yeah, just like TCG Meadow was saying, like he wants this orange color, and we ordered him up 2 bottles of burnt orange shakes. He was the only one to give away last Friday, so he picked burnt orange, and he just asked if he could mix the colors and stuff. And like I said, I told him that he could hit up you. Yeah, he's in Discord. He's been in Discord forever.
One thing I can say is with my white color,
Check Discord, TTG Meta. Is that the orange you're looking for?
Premachill dyes with the white. You cannot use any dyes with any of the other colors because you're probably going to mess it up.
I was going to say, it probably makes just a weird color. You're never going to end up with what you probably want.
Because some of my colors are mixed to make the colors that I make, that I can't guarantee any of that stuff will work. It's not going to hurt.
But, okay, so you could use Primo-Chill dyes with your current Cryo Chillz that you have.
I use Primo-Chill dyes for almost every single one of these.
Okay. Alright, guys. So then, who's ever listening, and you guys can use Primo-Chill dyes if you want to change the color, but like Daniel said, you just don't know what you're going to get. Well, yeah, in the white, you're going to get actual whatever you're going to dye. But like you just said, you could use it in the colors already out. Just, who knows what you're going to end up with. So,
yeah, and that's
I would buy it extra if you were thinking about, like I said, no, yeah, if you added dyes to it, it's, definitely no.
That's why I said, if anybody needs a custom color,
you're better off just,
Facebook or whatever, my cell phone number's on there, you guys can call me, like, I will do custom colors for anybody. It's just, when you're talking about spending $40 to get a bottle of coolant to your door, and then you put, 1 drop in wrong.
And it's done, yeah.
You're toast, so if you end up with a shit brownie, you're gonna change your computer over to a poop emoji.
Yep.
That's just gonna.
That was a meme.
Someone did that on Facebook or wherever. They said they dyed their coolant and they posted a picture and it was all like brown. I'm like, oh.
For what it's worth, Daniel, I did before I drained it.
I got a bottle. I think I still have I think I still have a bottle of Mayhem's Pastel Black. What did I get? It was a black from Mayhem's, and I remember I didn't even use it. I poured it into the pitcher to like mix it because I was gonna mix it with something, and it was straight like it looked like oil that you took out of your car.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Bottle of shit. And I know how to mix colors. I'm not really sure what I was thinking. I was like, oh, let's give it a shot.
Yep, it was like just poop brown. Oh man.
Oh man.
One of these days, I'm gonna get like somebody to make me a plastic shit. Poop emoji case, and I'm gonna put
we can make you a custom reservoir with that. We got the PVC's logo in this one. I can make you one of the poop emoji though.
That's what I'm saying.
Daniel, I did, for what it's worth, take a Mayhem's UV green and mixed it into the cobalt before I drained it, and ran it for a day without a problem.
You can. Here's where you run into issues, and this is why I don't use Mayhem's anything, because Mayhem's likes to put a lot of weird chemicals in their stuff, and you can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing about that is there's a lot of people out there who don't pay attention, don't research, don't really understand the differences between the different manufacturers of components, and you got EK is one of the aluminum users, and then you have Thermotake, which they use aluminum with a coating of zinc on it, which is fucking ridiculous.
Don't get me started about aluminum.
They do that to protect it, man. Come on.
Mayhems will actually react with those aluminums and some of the alloys and shit and coatings that they use and put enough pressure in the system to blow lines off.
Ooh.
And Mark Malella was actually he's a customer of mine, and I made all his fluid for all his latest builds, and he was saying, I cannot use Mayhems. I don't use Prima Chill just because I don't like the company. So like I'm stuck with two people. It's either you or I'm using Thermaltake stuff. And I said, well, you know, my formulation is made to work in any metals. So let's see how it works. And as long as you're good, because he's like, I've actually had lines where pressure is built up in the system from the Mayhems dying some sort of reactivity, and boom, you know, and I got water all over my computer. So, you know, I was trying to create a fluid that everybody can put in anything that they have, and it's not actually going to damage anything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Scenario, you're going to find, you know, a dissipation of effect, which is actually easily fixable without replacing fluid. And you know, you might see, you know, the occasional. I've seen 2 discolorations so far on very light colors, and that's because radiators were not clean before they were installed. You know, when you get that brown color in any fluid, that is flux and manufacturing stuff left over from, you know, your
like EK
radiators
having
being
the
made.
oil.
Right. You know, there's another issue because actually I had a problem with my EK fluid gaming things. I had to take the block apart and clean it because somehow the oil that they use or whatever it is that they're using, which I believe is to either keep the seal in good shape or to help with the initial seal of it, somehow got into the system a little. And it got on some tubing. Now, it didn't ruin anything, but I had to take everything apart and clean it all out of there. And then I had to run, you know, a couple flushes through it to make sure that it didn't come back. Because, you know, one thing I like to do on my longevity test is test color, too. You know, how long.
Oh, yeah, how long does the color stay?
You know, and that's one thing about this stuff. And it's one reason why I stick with the Prima Chill dye is because I can trust. I've been using their dyes for a long time. And before then, I had a lot of problems with my own coolants and dyes not, you know, doing well or staying up for a long period of time. And this stuff seems to work really good. So, and I don't have any of the issues that anybody else has either with some of the chemicals and reactivity that can happen with even dyes. You know, even just straight dyes, no concentrate, just, you know, a color. So, I mean, you know, I like I said, I stick with what I know, and you know I can put this stuff in any system out there, and nobody's going to have any problem. You know, they're not going to have any major issue that, you know, isn't a fixable thing or a cleanable thing. Or
yeah, something you can't just flush out, you know, simply and get rid of.
Oh, so it doesn't stain the flexi tubes? That's what I gathered from that? It's only if you have a dirty red?
Yeah, I mean, dirty radiators, not even that they're dirty, it's just stuff that's left over from the manufacturing process, which is why they say to clean all your rads when they're new. Older rads are actually better in terms of, you know, not discoloring things as long as you've, you know, flushed out whatever colors you've had in there well. But, you know, it's the flux and the, you know, sometimes there's oils left over from drilling and, you know, CNC machining things. Sometimes you even have some debris left in there that can, you know, circulate in your system, get stuck in fins, hit the pump and, you know, tear up bearings and ruin seals. So, you know, it's important to clean it.
Yeah, and that's actually
before you install.
That's actually a perfect segue for me, because Thursday's stream, I'm going to get my dad's PC from his house. I got to replace the pump. It's kind of dead. The loop still works, man. It runs just fine. You can browse. It's good to go, man. You don't need a pump.
You can browse.
Dude, it's...
All he explained is that you can browse still on it.
Yeah, well, that's all my dad really does anyways, okay? But convection is a wonderful thing. And so I'll be actually tearing apart that loop. I'll be draining it. It has like some Mayhem's X1 red. Oh, shoot. I wonder if I should get him some different coolant. So as I should. It's been a good 6 months. I might as well just change it out. So we'll be changing his coolant out, and I'll just show you guys draining it and like just the process of that. Replacing a pump. I mean, if you guys have installed a pump, I would think you know how to replace a pump. But nonetheless, we're going to be doing that. So I'll be kind of going over more steps in detail about, you know, just doing everything you can to make sure the loop's clean. My dad's rad was, you know, I cleaned that several times before I even put it in there. But aside from that, you do still want to like flush your system between every coolant you use, even if you can't see anything in there. I would still just
don't
flush
be
it.
like me.
Don't be like me.
I just drain them out and fucking throw in. I don't even care if they're 2 different colors. Like,
Yeah, he's got. I actually think he'll probably want X1 Blood Red in there again because I don't know, he had a hard on for Blood Red, but maybe I could get him some geared Blood Red coolant. I don't know.
I can do a regular coolant without the effect in it too. I mean, if he's just a internet putzer.
Well, I mean, I got like a 4790K in there and everything, and he's like, "No, we don't need to overclock it." I'm like, "Yeah, but it'll just be fun."
Yes.
And or no, 4770K, not 4790K, but still, nonetheless, he doesn't even use that thing at all. It's mainly just like file storage. I have like a 6 terabyte RAID 5 in there or something for all his pictures and stuff. But it's nothing crazy of a system. But he just liked the red to it. I could post. Oh, I can show you a picture later. So I don't know. Let me see, because I was thinking about testing a silver first and saving that bottle of red for him. But I think that the red that I have or had was your maraschino red. It used to just be called UV red. Yeah, the cherry one. But I bet red Deadpool would probably be a better red for him.
Yeah, that was a really deep, bloody looking.
And see, what I didn't like about Mayhem's Blood Red is I actually used that in my system for like I think only a month, and it turned like it was damn near black.
Oh,
It was like a black brown, like it turned super dark, and like that was.
Mine did.
I did the entire Mayhem. Like I mean, I flushed these reds originally with Mayhem's Blitz Part 1, and then in between I did all the full steps of Mayhem's Blitz Part 2. So and like it went from a Mayhem's Pastel coolant to a Mayhem's X1 coolant, and I just used Blitz, and it still totally changed color. I think that's more the nature of reds and copper, but I want to see what happens with your dark red, because I wonder if it changes at all, or haven't you noticed that?
It shouldn't change not one bit. I mean, I actually have a red running right now because of I wanted to see.
Yeah, I've always heard that red is the most notorious for getting darker.
That you got so. And really, there is no difference between my batches. Like, I'm the only one that does this.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't 20 people in
mixing stuff,
all doing things differently. So, and that's another thing. Like, I try to keep these as perfectly made as possible so that everything I make is always identical.
Yeah,
I have a good system for it. But the red, I did notice some weird stuff with the reds when I was making them. And I hadn't seen it before, so I don't know if it was a dye thing or if there was even anything wrong with it. But I'm running one right now. I've been running it for 2 days, and so far it's perfect. And this is even in an aluminum system, so if you want to talk about something that's going to have more of a reactivity or problem than anything else, aluminum is always the killer. But
I hate aluminum.
Yeah, it's not. I just don't understand why anybody's using aluminum when nobody wants it.
Well, that's because it's cheap and the noobs can get it.
I'm gonna actually.
No offense.
I mean,
but that's the thing.
There's a really cheap copper red from Mayhem that I'm using.
I'm
There's a
actually.
cheap copper kit from XSPC for like $180 that will outdo the aluminum kit in terms of compatibility and upgradability.
Right. Yeah, copper is so much easier to work with when you're talking about mixing up parts. You can change things out later. When you got an aluminum system, you really got to stick with the same company, all components. And if you change, you have to buy all new stuff because you don't know what's going to happen between those parts. And it's one of the reasons why, and I know none of the other companies are doing this, and this is just proof that I found myself by running these test systems and playing with this shit, is that they are not buying
Welcome, Paul.
tech grade level inhibitors. They're using the cheapest shit on the planet, if they're even using them. Sometimes I question that at certain points. And I think a lot of the stuff that people are experiencing with discolorations, really bad buildups, really bad corrosion issues, has to do with the quality of the inhibitor that these guys are using. And I know they're trying to produce the stuff as cheap as possible, but you know, when you're putting something in someone's $8,000 system, what the hell is an extra $40 or $50 for a gallon of inhibitor?
Mm-hmm.
You know, or
8,000
$100 because it goes pretty fucking far, man. Actually, I've had the same gallon of inhibitor for, I don't know, 3 months now. I mean, you only put a very small amount, you know, and I mix things in 5 gallons at a time. So, you know, I do my inhibitor, my biocide, my glycol, and my water, and my other stuff that I add in there. You know, I mean, the shit works great. Like, I haven't been able to find anybody that's had any kind of issues with, you know, corrosion or buildups or you know, color changes or any of that
Because
stuff.
of the metal, yeah.
You know,
That's really good.
The biocide makes the inhibitor makes a huge difference, and the one that I buy is strictly made for industrial multi-metal heat transfer systems.
There you go.
You know, it's formulated to run in a system that either has problematic metals or a mixture of metals. You know, and I think that's why this stuff does so well. And I had to get it because, you know, I was advertising this stuff as a long-term coolant. This shit is not, you know, 3-4 months. You got to change it out because then you're going to get new inhibitors or whatever comes with your next bottle of fluid. This stuff is made, you know, to last, and which is why I went with the industrial, you know, multi-metal one, because I figured it opens up the market for more people to use this stuff, but also it means that people are going to have less problems, especially if you got like a new. He's got 3 different kinds of metal in his system because he, you know, bought this part on eBay, got this part on Craigslist, got this radiator out of his freaking mom's old Chrysler.
Oh god!
Are you telling your story of your first build right now?
Oh, yeah, dude, actually, yeah, it was parts out of my dad's boat and shit on my first experience. When I was like 14 and.
Oh god!
Like X686 or something like that. I can't even remember what the hell it was back then. My, like, you know, 64 megabytes of memory.
It's still running too hot. Drive faster.
Yeah, go get the ice bucket.
Before, I don't want to cut anybody off, but I think I'm going to leave this now, the discussion, just to Discord. I was going to cut off the stream, but I'll let you guys keep talking and I'll be right back. But if people want to keep talking about all this stuff, like, this is great stuff. I really appreciate Daniel coming in and talking about this. There's been a lot of great information for people, especially if they're looking into the coolant. So, like I said, I'll do my little bit here at the end and I'll be right back, guys. But for everyone watching, come and join our Discord and join in the chat if you want.
Man, that res really is nice.
So guys, let's see, we'll switch the camera here. I appreciate everyone stopping in for the stream tonight. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, we got lots of people in the Discord right now. Even we're all chatting. There's always people around to chat in the Discord, so anytime you want to stop by is fine with me. I'll be there for support, whatever you guys need, or just to, you know, shoot the shit about water cooling even. But other than that, guys, Thursday, as I mentioned, is going to be the kind of a loop maintenance stream. I'm going to be fixing my dad's loop, so come in for that if you guys want to see just working on a loop, somewhat similar to the stuff we've been doing. But also Saturday, kind of me and Matt from Cable Mod have been talking about it for the past few days. I'm going to be going down to visit him on Saturday, and we're building a loop in his Define S, and there's me some modding, there's me a custom loop, we're using PTG, so that'll be a lot of fun stuff. It's his first rigid tubing loop, so I'm going to be helping out with that. And you guys will see part of that at some point. I plan on streaming it. It'll be sometime in the afternoon, Central Time. So just kind of stay tuned. I'll try to give you guys as much of a heads up as I can, but there's really it's kind of open plan. So just, you know, keep your eyes peeled. After that, I think next Monday I'm going to start. Let's see here. I'll grab this. I'm going to start planning out my custom test bench. I got the first radiator in. It's an old Danger Den rad, but I don't know, guys. It should be great. I get another one identical to this. It's 240 by 60 mil, so it's kind of a cool radiator, and it's Danger Den, so I figured I'd pick those up. And they should be perfect for the test bench I plan on building, which I'll cover more on the stream on Monday, next Monday. That'll be at 7 p.m. as well. So, guys, other than that, as I said, stop by Discord if you want to keep chatting with us. But it's been a great night tonight, showing off the new coolant. Really appreciate you guys stopping in and watching it. But until next time, everyone, you guys all have a good night and happy modding.